in listen only mode.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Ask Fred Lam episode 003. Now, it's such an honor of mine to be here with you guys every single week to actually be with you and to share with you the latest tips and strategies that I've been using and to really inspire you to build your business online. Now, a lot of you guys are asking me, hey, Fred, how are you? And all those other stuff. I'm actually a little bit sick today. I actually caught a flu. I'm trying to keep my energy upbeat with you guys to actually share with you some very interesting stuff that has happened to me last week. So some of you guys may have been following me on Facebook, and you saw that last week I had the privilege to actually meet Robert Kiyosaki, the best-selling author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, last week, and we actually went on an interview together, and it was a life-changing experience. And through that, I've actually discovered or found out one thing that happened to me 12 years ago. So as you all know, 12 years ago, I was simply a dishwasher, right? A kid that basically didn't even go to college, barely passed math, barely passed English, but I still gone on to do over $20 million online. And the reason why I was able to do that was really thanks to the book by Robert that really inspired me to look at a different perspective from being an employee to an S, which is self-employed or small businesses. And all you guys here today, and I know the people that are listening or watching this right now, you are wanting to be an entrepreneur. Put a 1 in the question box if that's what you want to be, right? You know for a fact that entrepreneur is the way to go. And in fact, here's one thing that that when he was in the interview that really changed my perspective. He said that we are going to encounter an upcoming financial crisis. And the people that may have the highest chance to survive are not the middle class, are not the poor, but entrepreneurs. Those are the people that may have the highest chance to actually survive during our upcoming financial crisis. And I firmly believe with him on that there is going to be a financial crisis coming, and you have to control your own destiny on what's going to happen when that financial collapse really come at play. And if you are going to be an entrepreneur and have the skill set to be an entrepreneur, I can promise you it's going to be a much easier ride for you to get through that financial crisis other than working as an employee. Now, with that, I really have a question for you guys. How many of you are actually working for someone else right now and helping someone else make their money? Put a 2 in the question box if that's you. Right, I got a lot of people here today right now giving me a 2 right now. And listen, okay, in order for you to actually what Robert Kiyosaki actually teaches, which is the cash flow quadrant, you have to jump yourself from the E, which is the employee, to an S, which is self-employed or small businesses. And from there, you go to the B and I. But obviously, I'm not in a position to teach you to be a B and I because I'm in process of going to the B and I right now. But as an S, this is one of the most important part. You need to look at your life and your career and your financial life to really look at it from the S quadrant right now. So if you yourself are basically saying, I will only spend 8 hours in my business per day, I will not give up my TV time, I will simply just keep doing whatever I'm doing, just go to job, go to work 8 hours, and the rest of the hours, you do whatever you want. Well, if that's the case, then you're always going to stay as an E. If you are serious on becoming an entrepreneur, here's one thing that you absolutely need to understand. There's no more weekends, no more time to actually watch your favorite TV show, no more time to go out and have drinks with your friends at a bar. Because if you really want to survive the upcoming financial collapse, if you are serious on becoming an entrepreneur and have money work for you and not you work for money, then you seriously need to give up some of your most precious time that you think, which is TV, spending time at a bar, or whatsoever, and start really taking those time and build your business. I can tell you, once your business is up and running and you can make more money than you actually working as an employee, you will have all the time in the world to actually have the dream lifestyle that you've ever dreamt of. So it's very, very important. And through my training, my teaching, and in all the sessions that I'm going to be doing for these episodes, I will keep telling you, you have to be serious, committed, and really take action in order for you to actually jump from an E to an S right now. And this is one of the most important things that you need to know and you need to understand. And obviously B&I is where the best part is going to be. But at the end of the day, that's what's going to happen. And you guys need to embrace yourself. You guys need to protect your family. You guys need to build your asset. And you guys literally need to have money work for you and not you work for money. So with that being said, one of the most important things that I've been seeing right now is we are in a golden era of entrepreneurship right now. There's no, like, if you look back 10 years ago, creating a business is going to be the traditional method. You got to invest in products. You got to rent a place. You got to actually have capital up front. You got to have the most amazing idea, and you have the best team ever for you to start a business. But right now, in the 2000s, especially 2017 right now, you guys have access to the internet. We are now in the information age. And all the things that I'm showing you guys, teaching you guys, are all information. And if you're able to take those information and simply turn it into a business and really be dedicated, that's where entrepreneurship, real entrepreneurship, actually come at play. Now, I know there are many people here that actually have my 10-part video training series on how you can actually build a business and build an e-commerce business from scratch. But let's listen to this, right? All these training are going to be worthless if you're not taking action. So it's very important that if you want to get out from the E quadrant and go to the S, please, please, I encourage you, I urge you. I'm not going to beg you because it is your life. And if you want to get control of it, I'm not going to beg you to tell you to do it. I'm just going to encourage you and tell you to actually take the things you're going to learn inside Zero Up Light and put it into action. Now, obviously, when it comes to the internet, there's not just e-commerce. That's the best way to get started. We all know that right now, Facebook is one of the best advertising platforms out there in the market, right? Put a 2 in the question box if you agree that right now, Facebook is one of the, there's a bag. Oh, that's not my bag. That's my controller's bag. It's a Louis Vuitton. Put a 2 in the question box if you believe that Facebook right now is the best advertising platform and the easiest place for you to get started. All right, I'm getting a lot of 2s coming in right now. Beverly, Tim, William, Fernando, Gerardo, Patricia, Austin. Wow, I got a lot of 2 right now coming in. And for those of you who are watching from Facebook right now, obviously you won't be able to see this because we are in GoToWebinar and we're just broadcasting this show live right now on Google. So for those of you who weren't able to join, actually is there. So with that, you guys give me a lot of 2s. Well, what I want to share with you today is the 3 methods, okay? The 3 methods on how you can actually start making money with Facebook ads, literally starting this week. Now, again, in all these episodes, before we go into my Ask Fred Lam show where you can ask me questions live, I want to actually give you strategies, give you tips, and tell you what are the ways that you can actually become an entrepreneur right away. So in Facebook ads, there are 3 methods or 3 ways for you to actually start building a business. Number 1 is e-commerce, which every single one of you have access to right now, and you should be going through my 10-part video training series right now. That is absolutely free. Again, I didn't charge a penny for this because my mission is to empower and help and inspire at least 100,000 people just to start their business online. Now, the second method that I rarely talk about, but it is one of the most profitable business that I own, which is digital publishing. When you actually have access into Facebook, you know what people want, what people like, what they're expressing interest in. So for example, if we're going to take Robert Kiyosaki as an example, if you are expressing interest on Facebook on Robert Kiyosaki and you're a fan of Robert Kiyosaki, well, guess what? I can create a course about how you can actually prepare yourself for the financial crisis. And if I come up with a course like that, chances are for the people that are following Robert Kiyosaki will be interested in this course. And there's no exchange of goods. You're basically sending them information. You're selling them information. And information, yes, on the internet, there are a lot of information that you can actually just go to google.com to Google it. But at the end of the day, people are willing to actually pay you money for information right away, that they don't have to do the research, because they know that time is equal to money. And if you were able to cut the chase and basically provide all the information that the person needs by just spending a very small fraction of their money, people are going to buy. Now, on top of that, in digital publishing, one of the best way is email marketing, right? You basically collect a person's email address and simply send them emails and make money by promoting affiliate offers, selling your own products, or basically even renting your list out at a solo ad marketplace. Now, some of you are like saying, what on earth are you talking about? What is solo ad? What is email marketing, etc., etc.? Well, here's one thing that you need to understand, and I can guarantee you, everyone who would have experienced this. When you go to the website and you express interest, let's say, into golf, right? A golfing website that shows you a lot of tips about golf, and you subscribe to the newsletter just to really see more information about golfing. But from time to time, they actually email you promotions of something to buy. They actually email you and say, hey, our good friend and business partner has this course about golfing, go buy. Every single email nowadays really consists of a sales material where you can actually translate into a sale. And Facebook is really a tool for you to actually build that email list and send promotion offers to those people and get them to buy, and you make a cut right in between, and you're like basically a salesman. That's what you are. So that's the second method that you can make money online with Facebook ads. The last method, okay, the third method, hardly anyone talks about this, but when I used this in my arsenal back then, I built a 7-figure agency business. And the third model is an agency business. I can tell you for a fact right now, a lot of local companies, medium-sized companies, they understand and value Facebook advertising right now. But let's face it, for a small business owner, they have to run their restaurant or run their store. They got to worry about inventory. They got to worry about tax. They got to man the register. They don't even have a website, or they don't even know anything about Facebook ads, but they know the power of Facebook ads because every single person is talking about it. But because these small business owners don't have time and they don't have the right knowledge for them to actually go ahead and use Facebook ads to help them with their business, they go ahead and hire agencies to actually have these all handled by someone and pay them $1,000 or $2,000 a month. And with that, that's the third strategy that you can actually create. You can go ahead and create an agency business, figure out about Facebook ads, and simply offer a flat fee, or you basically say, I'm going to charge you X percentage on top of your ad spend, and that's going to be my commission for running your Facebook ads. So let's say, okay, if you have $500 per client and you have 5 clients, that's already $2,500 a month. And that's already well above the minimum salary in North America. Like, that's it. 5 people paying you $500 a month, and you running Facebook ads, which will only require you to run for like 1 hour for 5 clients. That's already $2,500 a month. So these are the 3 methods that you obviously have the ability to do. But I think out of the 3, the best one is e-commerce, because that's what I've been doing for the longest time, and that's what I absolutely love. Now, here's what I'm going to do, and I want to see the excitement in here to see if you guys want me to do this. Throughout the next week to 2, okay, aside from our Ask Fred Lam show, I want to create a 3-part video training series all about Facebook ads. So the first one, we're going to go in depth and talk about how you can actually make money with Facebook ads and the overview of Facebook ads. Number 2, the second video, part 2, is going to talk about how to create your ad on Facebook. And then number 3 is how to optimize and scale your ad on Facebook ads. How many of you will be excited to actually see this absolutely for free. I'm not going to charge you a penny for this. I genuinely just want you to know what to do and basically give you the knowledge that I have. And I'm going to post it on Facebook. Put a big yes if you are excited to actually see this, because I'm going to be dedicating a lot of my time to actually create these training series so you guys can actually benefit from it, and you guys can actually know, okay, how am I going to become an entrepreneur with Facebook ads? How should I start? And how can I set it up, etc. All right. Amazing. No, Leslie, it's not going to be similar to Zero Up Light, because Zero Up Light really talked specifically about e-commerce. For the upcoming one, it's going to be more generic and telling you from a bird's eye view about more of all those other stuff. All right, I got a lot of yeses in here. I got a lot of me's. I got a lot more people here. Like, give me more yeses. I know that you guys have a lot of people in here, and I want to see you guys excited, because obviously these are trainings that I'm just genuinely gonna flat out give it to you guys, and I'm just gonna post it on my YouTube channel to actually have you guys watch it like a TV show. That's what I really wanted to do. Wow, I got a lot of yeses coming through. That's exciting. That is excellent day. All right. So with that, obviously, I don't want to take too much of your time of me blabbing. Here's what we're gonna do. Okay. We're going to go ahead, and today we will go ahead and push faster to the Q&A section, because last week I know that we spent a good half an hour on the Q&A section, and there were so many questions coming in that I can't answer every single one of them, because in the Ask Fred Lam show, one of the most important things is you ask me a question, I'm going to answer, and I'm going to basically tell you exactly what you need to do. Now, obviously, we have a lot of people that actually came on 20 minutes before we even start, and they already have questions all in the questions box. So we're going to start from the top all the way to the down. Jay asked me this question: why are you doing it for free? Well, I'm only doing it for free only because of several reasons. Because A, there are a lot of these kind of information out there in the marketplace right now, but obviously some of the stuff are being taught wrong, and some of the stuff are just not incorrect or up to date. Now, I'm doing this only because I want to build a relationship with you. Now, down the road, there are going to be other stuff that I will be releasing, like more softwares, more programs, and all those other stuff. And by me giving you free stuff, you can actually get your feet wet. And if you decide to really take your business to the next level, then you can join us inside. And that's what it is. And I'm just being transparent to you that I'm doing these free only because I want to help you. And I know that down the road, when you start to actually see some success, you'll be more than happy to join inside our program. And I'm training you to be my member. That's what I'm doing. So a lot of you guys are saying, like, why on earth is Fred helping us for free? Why is he doing all these free stuff for us? It's really because I want to build a relationship with you, and not just building a relationship with you, but helping you become our member and basically becoming our member in the future. That's where I basically make my profits. And as an entrepreneur, obviously I do need to make a profit, but I'm doing this because I'm just spending more time with you guys to help you become my member. Does that sound fair? Let me say fair if that sounds fair. All right, got a lot of people coming. I'm just drinking some very yucky, I don't even know what these are, but I'm getting sick, so I need to start drinking all these crazy stuff for me to actually get better soon. And I'm actually having flu. So anyways, we're gonna go to the questions right now. These are the most important thing. So Patricia Dean asked me, is there a video to show how to set up Conversio? So Conversio is actually very easy to set up. Now, for those of you who don't know what Conversio is, it's basically an app inside Shopify that will send out a branded receipt with a coupon code, a unique coupon code, and a related product section as well. So what will happen is that you are trying to basically get the customer to come back to buy more products from you. So with Conversio, Patricia, is a very easy setup. In fact, you don't really need to do a lot of things because the default is actually done pretty well. All you have to do is make sure that you go into the settings, upload your logos, and basically just make the campaign live, and that's it. But obviously, there is an advanced section that you can actually go in, edit the email, remove some stuff. You can actually do all that. And I know that Conversio has some very good video tutorials. So go into Conversio, log into your Conversio account from your Shopify account, and then there is going to be a section that teaches you everything on how you can actually edit all the stuff. All right. Dago asks, how are you? How are you today? I am sick, but I'm still excited to be here with you guys, to really work with you guys and all this other stuff. Eamon asks, I tried many times with the same target, but I didn't find a winner. Should I keep trying more item or change the target audience? So Eamon is basically asking, for those of you who don't know what is going on, he basically said he has tried to advertise many products on Facebook to the same audience. That already is going to kill yourself, because it may be that audience that is not working. What you need to do is you find a product and you find the best audience possible to serve an ad to it to see if it's getting any response. If you actually look at the 4-level of optimization, the CPM, CPC link, CTR link, and also your CPA, it will tell you what is happening with that, because again, data don't lie. So if you're stuck on trying to fight and get that one audience to work, then you're basically going to lose a lot of money, because it may be just the audience that you're targeting just isn't working. Now, I'm not sure what your audience is, but I'm just flat out being honest, it's just not going to be working out. Next question is, Fred, almost all AliExpress vendors are on vacation and most of them do not accept PayPal. So what do we do? So Ryan, first thing, Chinese New Year is going to end 1 week from now. When you start selling right now and you're getting orders in, having a couple days delay is absolutely going to be fine. Okay, customers are not going to complain, because on your website and on your product page, you've already put a note to say that delivery takes 2 to 4 weeks. Okay, you're being upfront with them already, so that's fine. Now, when it comes to AliExpress vendors, they never accept PayPal. You have to use your credit card. And in fact, I would encourage you to use your credit card only because of several reasons. One is that you can potentially get cash back. I'm not sure what kind of credit card you use, but there are credit cards that A, get cash back, like a couple percentage cash back, and B, get air miles on the card. And when you need to travel, well, guess what? Your business is paying for your trip. Here's one thing that I absolutely love. Right now, I love traveling in business class all the time. Well, I do travel business class all the time. And I really use my points, my credit card points, to actually pay for it. I don't have to dish it out. So basically, while I'm basically making money in my business, I'm also getting free flights in business class by using my credit card, paying for everything, and having air miles to pay for everything as well. So that's what you want to do. These are like perks to be an entrepreneur. Eamon asked, what was your biggest challenge in the beginning? So that's a really good question. One of the biggest challenges that I think I personally had in the beginning, now I got lucky. I built my first business in 4 months, over $4.6 million. Although I lost it all, I was very lucky. But during that process transition, one of the biggest challenges that I have is mindset. Mindset really affects you. And let me explain that a little bit further, which I think is going to be a lot of great talk for us right now to have this. You have a fear that you're going to fail. You have a fear because you're getting uncomfortable. You have a fear because you are embracing uncertainty. And because of this fear, you basically, your brain is now programmed saying that you're going to fail. This is not going to work. You're going to get uncomfortable. And you get scared. And when you get scared, you don't take action, which is the last thing that you want to do, is not to take action. So what you want to do is you want to shift your mindset to think of it on a different perspective. For example, I know that if I get uncomfortable, that means that good change is happening. So again, I'm not a politics person. I'm not basically standing side with Trump or Hillary or the Democrat or Republican, but it's just like America right now. A lot of you guys, a lot of the Americans are scared. They don't know what Mr. Donald Trump is going to do, right? Right now, the country is in uncertainty. But here's how I see it. Again, I'm not saying that it is a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not saying I'm on which side. I'm just coming from a perspective, from a business perspective. So if I look at it from the outside, because I'm a Canadian, America needs a change. That's a given. But if Hillary actually won, she would basically maintain America as is. So slowly steady growth and more taxes and all those other stuff. But with Donald being the president right now, he is going to make drastic changes that makes you uncomfortable. But when there's a change and it gets uncomfortable, it can potentially unfold into something very, very massive and something very positive. And anytime there's a change, you get uncomfortable. It's just like your life right now. If you're changing from an employee to be an entrepreneur, you will get uncomfortable. But if you can actually see that, face the reality that you will get uncomfortable, that you will know for a fact that there are going to be uncertain events that's going to happen where you are ready to actually tackle every of these challenges down, then that mindset will help you succeed. Like, I can virtually guarantee you that. I know for a fact that a lot of people that were that were starting their business, and some of them like that are really successful right now, they even told me like they are just scared to do it right now. All right, they're just scared to do it right now. Yeah, Jay, I'm just using it as an analogy. Again, I'm not saying which side I'm standing from. I'm just using it as an analogy. Okay. So next question. Let's see. So Eamon has a lot of questions that I'll throw in at once. And his next question is, do you have a weekly schedule for your store, i.e. Monday product research? If so, what is it? So we have daily routines. It's my team that handles the daily routine right now. So we meet every single day once I get back to the office to see what's going on. Well, I have a lot of team members, so it's very hard to say how my personal daily routine is going to do. But if I were to really create you a daily routine, first thing I would do is to look at your advertising data. Okay, look at your advertising data to determine what is happening yesterday and what's happening right now. The next thing is go and fulfill all your orders. Once your orders are all fulfilled, go and handle your customer services. So any email tickets that came in from your customers, and then start looking for another product and set up at least 1 to 3 more golden products to actually find and see and let data tell you the next day if that's going to be a golden product or not. So that's basically the routine that you want to take. So Emin has a really good one. Emin asks, he asks a lot of questions. Okay, what is the future of e-commerce? So I firmly believe the future of e-commerce is virtual reality. So you see right now all the gaming are like having those virtual reality goggles and stuff. I firmly believe that e-commerce future is virtual reality. How is it going to look like? I don't know. I know that there are other companies that are inventing that right now, but I firmly believe that virtual reality is the future of e-commerce. And then also ask, what was your biggest mistake? The biggest mistake in me running my business and throughout the last 12 years is not looking at your books and understanding your P&L balance. This is like the most important thing. Yes, sales is great, money is great, but you need to know how much liability you have, how much assets you have, and how much liquid cash you have. If you don't know those numbers, then you're going to really put your business at a risk. And that's the last thing that you want. So that's one of the biggest mistake that happened when I first started my business, was not having the P&L and having a balance sheet, which then we spent way more money than what's really inside our bank. So that was a very expensive lesson. So now I have all financial numbers. I have everything in my arsenal to make sure I know the health, how healthy the business is going to be. All right. Next question. Let's see. This is by Enoch. Enoch said, "Hi, Fred. Hope you enjoyed the new year. Thank you. Is there industry standard to the percentage of people that buy after clicking on the ad? 4 to 5% conversion rate. That's the number. So for every 100 people that actually click on the ad that actually translate into a sale, giving you the credit card, it averages around 4 to 5%. High part 7 to 8%. Okay. So yeah, I think that answered your question already. So Dago asked, my question today is, you have done also digital publishing, right? Could you tell us in short experience with that, what do you think is better or like more? e-commerce or digital publishing? Could you tell us the pros and cons of both for you? Thank you very much. All right, so very great question about e-commerce and digital publishing and the major difference about it. Okay, so digital publishing will have more profits, but it's a harder sell. You need to basically be a good copywriter to actually write good copy, have hooks to sell the digital product. The digital product needs to be unique. So you have to have a unique selling proposition. So you need to basically, one of my unique selling proposition is basically traffic, teaching about traffic. And after me spending millions of dollars of traffic, right? That's a unique selling proposition. So these are the things that you need to be aware of when it comes to digital publishing. The fourth one is you got to basically stay on top of emailing your customers and always providing value and content. That's one thing that I constantly struggle because I have so many businesses running. I always want to do more training, more content for all you guys, but I just don't have that much time to do it. And I don't want to outsource someone to do it and write it on my behalf because it just doesn't make sense. So that's another thing that is a cons. Now, the pro about digital publishing is profit margin, because now you don't have cost of goods involved. Everything is digital. It can be a members area. It can be a video. So your margin, you don't have to worry about the cost of goods. You don't have to worry about delivery. But at the same time, when it comes to digital publishing, the refund rate tends to be a lot higher than digital for e-commerce products, because when you receive like a tangible product, it's very hard for the person to refund because they saw what it is. They bought basically what they saw on the site and they paid for it. But for digital publishing, because it's not a tangible product, people can just simply refund it. So that's another downside. Now for e-commerce, I like e-commerce because refund rate is slow and it's an easier sell. Because let's say if we're selling this little pig for like $1, you don't really have to say how amazing this pig is and all this other stuff. You just show a picture, talk a little bit about the pig, and get them to add to cart. But if a digital publishing area, you got to write a lot. You have to create a webinar. You got to create a sales funnel. You got to write copywriting, etc., etc. So those are the downside. Now, what do I prefer more, e-commerce or digital publishing? It really depends. I love my e-commerce business. I love my digital publishing business as well. So I would ask you in return, do you like writing? You love writing? You love being on camera? Then go with digital publishing. But you have to be an expert in your field in order for you to really create a digital publishing course. For e-commerce, it's just easier. That's how I see it. All right. Let me go to the next question. All right, Ryan, I answered that. They will be back on Jan 7th. All right. Erwin said, I'm having trouble finding Jetty's video in Zero Up member site. Can you please tell us where it is located? It is located in our weekly bootcamp. Weekly bootcamp episode 5, I believe, or 4. I forgot which one it was. Okay. Erwin asks, can I do affiliate marketing with sellers on Etsy? I'm not sure. I've never done it before. So again, I don't teach what I don't preach. So I have no clue. I don't want to give you the wrong answer. All right. Darlene said, ads are not converting and no sales. I have lots of interest with Instagram and Pinterest, still no sales. All right. So let me ask you this question. Is your ad indirectly selling the product or directly selling the product? Because that makes a big difference. If you have a really amazing product and then all of a sudden it's not giving the person a mindset that you are selling the product, then it's just going to go viral and people are just going to like and comment the post and that's it. That's why you can get a lot of interest but no sale. Another thing that you also want to look at is you may be getting a lot of clicks and you're selling it directly and you're saying that there is a product to buy and you're still not translating into a sale. Well, if that's the case, you want to look at your abandoned cart. How many people actually abandon your cart and see what your perceived value is? Because if you're getting a lot of clicks and no sales from your product page, that means that they don't see a perceived value, okay, in your product. And that means that you got to adjust it or you got to somehow find ways to increase the perceived value, then it will turn into a sales. Okay. Hi, Erlinda. Next question is Shelly. Shelly asks, what is the process of returns? Who pay for shipping fee back to China? Who is it paid to? So here's my take. It really depends on what your cost of good is. If your cost of goods is less than $20, I would basically say, don't worry about the headache. Refund the customer and tell the customer that, hey, we want you to, we have refunded your money and we want you to keep the product. We just hope that you come back and try our other products. I've done that many times, and many times these people just come back and keep buying from me because they just know that it may be just that product that doesn't feel right, and they're giving it away for free. They even return my money. They feel that there's a high integrity level for the company, so that's why they would come back and keep buying. Now, if your cost of good is over $20, I would basically tell you to simply tell the vendor to refund you the money and tell your customer to ship the product back to you. Okay, not back to China, but back to you. Because the more products that you have in the future, once you have like what 20 or 30 products that got returned back to you, guess what? You can do a refurbished sale, or you can basically have a blowout sale that is like used product on your store as well. So these are the things that you can actually try out. Let's see. Next question. Hi, Fred. Tom here. Did 2 split tests ask $5 for 5 days with Facebook, but no sale? Need some pointer, buddy. So, Tom, you have watched my 10-part video training series. 5 days, no sales. You should have cut that way long ago. I actually cut ads out in 2 to 3 days, or even in a day. If the data doesn't tell me the story that it is going to work, I just cut it out, find a new product, and go from there. Your goal, okay, is to find one product that's going to convert, and you scale the heck out of it. That's what you want to do. Yes, it's going to be frustrating. You may be trying to find 20 to 30 products, and the 20 to 30 products are simply not selling. And they're not selling, and you feel defeated. I understand that feeling. But your goal as an entrepreneur is to use data to tell you what product is selling well for you, and it's going to translate into a sale and break even and make profit. Once you're able to find that, then you simply just scale your ad like crazy. And I can tell you, one product can actually make you 6-figure. That's right. One product can actually make you 6-figure. I'm not kidding you. I'm genuinely not kidding you. We have a lot of brand ambassadors that are simply making that right now to basically make a tremendous amount of money by just selling one single product right now. All right. David said that, can you please update the video that shows how you put an ad in iPro for iPro leads? It's outdated. It's actually the same method right now, but they just put it in the ads manager. That's how they did it. But yeah, I can create a new video for that. All right. Hello, Nick. Hello, Patricia. Yes, there's a video. You should be seeing me right now. Let's see. Yes. So basically, LLPs. I'm not sure what your name is again. So if you haven't started advertising yet, you can start advertising now or Feb 5th, because everyone from China is going to be back on Feb 7th, and they're going to start fulfilling orders right away. All right. William said, what your story? Where did you start off when you created your first online store? So for me, I started 12 years ago from a dishwasher, and started to look at the internet to become an entrepreneur, because I know that I don't want to have my rest of my life being washing dishes or staying in a restaurant. And then the first business that I created, we were selling gas reformulator. It was 2008. Back then, gas reformulator was very cheap. And we scaled that business like crazy. Like in 4 months, we did $4.6 million. And then that business collapsed. And then I created an agency business, worked with BMW, worked for Mini, worked with Rolls-Royce, worked with Chrysler, worked for Jeep. And then after that, I was there for several years. I don't like the agency business model, so I went back into e-commerce, selling other products. And here I am today. That's what it is. A very short, a very quick and short story about how I started. Let's see, I got a lot of highs coming in. All right. So Tom Hammond said, hey, Fred, thank you very much for holding these Q&As for us. My questions are, once you start scaling up your business, what's your process for outsourcing fulfillment? Do you hire VAs, hire local? All right, he has a lot of questions. So that's a very good question that you're asking me this. First of all, outsourcing fulfillment. Yes, I have a fulfillment center that I use inside the United States. Once I start basically finding products that works really, really well, I brand it and carry it. Do you hire VAs? We do have VAs, but I basically have majority of my stuff in-house because I can actually control the quality. VAs are great, especially when you're starting out, because it's only like $500-600 a month, but I'm building a brand. And when you're at that like 7-figure model, then you want to actually hire local staff to really work as a team to build that business as well. You're asked also, who do you recommend to use as your support staff? I've been using VA for everything, but I'm finding that isn't really a sustainable option for creating a long-term valuable brand. What have you and other A player done to build brands? So one place that I look at is onlinejobs.ph for VAs. After that, I really just rent an office, and I basically hire people locally. I interview them, and I set my expectations on them. So that's what it is. If you really want to build that kind of brand, if you want to really make that like a 7-figure or 8-figure brand, you have to go after local afterwards. All right. Let me take a sip of water first. Ugh. Anyways, Edward said, I set up shipping table like the training, but every sale defaults to $12.95. What should I do to correct this? So Edward, I think it's because inside your account, there is something called the sample box. You will want to put the sample box KG to 0. That's what you want to do. Okay. Just going through. Let's see. So Obi asked, what are the steps would you take in terms of research before building a brand? I simply just build a store, find products, and let data tell me the story, like Facebook ads tell me the story, to determine if that brand is going to be a brand that I'm going to completely really build up on top. So that's what I do. I simply use ads as a research tool. So I spend money for data to tell me if it's going to do well or not, and then build it from there. And that's what I personally do. Okay. Mark, he did not say what the ticker is, so I'm not sure. So Lynn Ress wants me to look at her site. It's called mybabyessentials.com, and I can't share a screen with you guys on it only because of one thing. Last time I tried to share a screen and do my camera, then it just completely died. Like the whole thing shut off. I actually like your site. It looks great. It looks unique. You have sleepers, outfit, newborn must-have, accessories, babe accessories. I'm liking it. So you want to actually find a product that will work well and go from it. Okay, that's what you wanted to do. Use the product and actually sell. And I know that the baby market is very, very massive. Let's see. Marion said, Facebook seems very different, drudgery, and much anger. Is that affecting sales from ads? Not really. It doesn't really affect it, I think. I haven't seen any problem right now. Let's see. I'm just going through all the questions. The question is still at like 5:08 right now, like 5:08. So I'm in Pacific time, so it's 8:08 Eastern. So that's, we have so much question that comes in. We answered the morning routine. What's your morning routine if you have any? I'm not sure if you're talking about business routine or personal routine. For my personal routine, I get up, eat 2 boiled eggs, shower, and then go to work. It sounds boring. Well, there's one thing that I do. I always visit the same Starbucks shop to grab my Starbucks every single day. So that's really my routine. And I get back to work and I just work and plowed away, and that's what I do. Fred said, "Hi Fred, I'm stuck in the theme section, theme design. I changed my theme today from supply to debut theme. I decided to continue with minimum fanciness on Facebook ads and concentrating on selling." That's great. But you are concentrating on the fanciness right now. Just choose a theme, run with it, okay? And run Facebook ads as soon as possible and let the data tell you the story, okay? Isidore asks, how do I create an ad on Facebook targeting Robert Kiyosaki? So interest targeting, Robert Kiyosaki, and you'll find it. Eduardo said, "Hi Fred, what do you think about Jungle Scout?" I never heard of it, so I genuinely don't know what I can give you. Jason said, "Any general tips and suggestions for those who have started off with general store to attract customer and create high income?" So for general store people, what I would suggest you to do is start with like generic products. So if you're going after tech, keep it as tech. Don't go after like tech and then go after like baby accessories at the same time. Don't do that. You can start with like a overarching tech and go from there. Or if you want to start with like just a baby generic store and sell all kinds of baby stuff, you can go from there. So what I would tell you right now, don't worry if you think that you start off with general store and you don't want to do it and you want to go back into niche. What I would tell you is simply just find a golden product. Don't worry about all those stuff for now. Okay? All right. Let me see. Just going to go that. I'm just going through right now. We're at 517 in terms of questions right now. All right. Abdu asked a very great question. What's the best time to run your ads? The best time, Monday to Thursday. Oh, sorry, Sunday to Thursday from midnight. Okay, never run ads on a weekend. Start a new ad, schedule it for starting the next day midnight, Sunday to Thursday. So you never ever run ads through the weekend. Okay, that's what you wanted to do. Joshua said, "Fred, do you think door-to-door marketing with flyers on doors is a good way to get business out there?" No. That's the worst way right now. People are going to kick you out of the house. Start Facebook ads. Do local ads like Google ads or Facebook ads to actually sell what you have. It's the best way right now to get started. Tim Akon asks, "Hey Fred, I've already opened an e-commerce store in Shopify and am drop shipping from AliExpress. I've only had 2 orders so far, and my first one I had to refund because it took forever to come from China. So how do you avoid these ridiculously long deliveries from China?" E-packet, okay? Always fulfill with e-packet. Yes, it will cost you more money, but e-packet will have your product delivered in basically 10 to 20 business days, which is 2 to 4 weeks max. And that will really remove that, okay? Thomas asks, "What is a tariff code?" A tariff code is basically an import code. You don't even need it. I'm not sure why you're asking it. You don't need it. So yeah. Abdu asks, "What do you think about Kit from Shopify?" I heard of it. I'll be honest, I haven't had a chance to really go through it to see what Kit is all about, but I've been hearing some good stuff about it. So I will look at it deeper to really see and find out more stuff. Isidore said, "Can you automate the order fulfillment, automate order fulfillment?" So Zero Up Lab actually does that, okay? And you do have access to Zero Up Lab, Isidore, so it will automate the entire system. So Myra asks, "Am I able to make money off of the 10 series videos in Zero Up Light app to be able to buy your product that you mentioned in your live workshop and even make more money on that off of that?" Thank you. So let me tell you for a fact. I'll tell you the facts. I'm not going to basically give you a promise. We have a number of people inside Zero Up Light that's actually making good money right now. One of them is actually Mark Cantor. He generated over $525 just a couple days ago in one single day. And he's not part of Zero Up Lab members. He's just a Zero Up Light member right now. And he's already getting results. We have a lot of people getting results just with the 10-part video training series. Now, when you're ready to join Zero Up Lab, you're going to get the software, which will automate a lot of the process. You will also have the ability to actually increase your sales with the technology that we have built inside for you, which is like the landing page builder, funnel builder, profit multiplier, email integration. We also give you ad ideas so you can actually see within your niche what product is actually been advertised a lot on Facebook and what is selling, so you can simply replicate it. So basically, yes, Zero Up Lab is like the next level where it will bring your business to a new level. But if you're starting out and you even want more hands-on coaching by me and my brand ambassadors, Zero Up Lab is the way to go. Okay, so I'm just being honestly and upfront with you guys on it. Let's see. So yes, 10-part video training series can start making you money. It can. All right. Let's see. Sarah Golden online, and it missed out what your last name is. He said, I've tried a dozen ads, but all failed with low CTR and high CPC and CPM, let alone sales. I've tried Precise and Flex and confined the audience to less than 500,000. Is there a way I can get some help from you and your team? So Sarah, I'll be genuinely honest with you. Our community and our team helps only our Zero Up Lab members. If you're a Zero Up Light, we don't really provide any support, but we do have a community in there. And there are my brand ambassadors are there time to time to help out too. So if you can screenshot your campaign inside our starting from zero community, myself or basically the brand ambassadors can take a peek and give you some guide on what to do. Okay. All right. Sandeep has a lot of questions. He said, hi, I am in India and want to start drop shipping from China to USA. Please clarify me that if a customer buys good for $10 and make payment through PayPal, I receive the money and then in my PayPal, then how I pay to AliExpress. You pay with your credit card to AliExpress, okay? Number 2, is this amount first transferred to my local bank from PayPal? So yes, you would actually need to initiate the deposit from PayPal to your bank account. All right. So Fernando asks, what do you prefer? One website with several categories or several niche websites, each different? I love niche. I go after niche. Okay. You're welcome, Satus. You're welcome, Joshua. So Mario asks, start post, fan page post, or WC ads campaign. I love WC ads campaign. You want to go after always WC ads campaign, so which is website conversion ads. Okay. Abdu asks, how do you use SEM Rush? So you use SEM Rush. It's just a tool to help you find keywords to actually for SEO and for bidding it on the search engine. So if you're doing e-commerce right now, I would just tell you to focus on Facebook first and not even look at SEM Rush for now. Okay. Gil said, do you have to put the price of product has to be US dollar even if you're not in US? So if you're primarily selling in the US, then yes, sell in US dollar. If you are basically saying, I only want to sell to Canadians, then obviously just sell, you can use Canadian dollars as well. You want to use US only because it's the default currency right now in the entire world. And US dollar are still strong right now. So that's what I would suggest you to do. Okay. Tom asks, what card do you recommend for airline points? I actually have a American Express. So that's what I do. So Keen said, I've spent $250 on Facebook ads and got only 4 sales so far, except keep trying different products. Is there anything else I can do now? No, there isn't. You're basically warming up the Facebook pixel, getting Facebook to know more about your business, and you really just need to find that one golden product. That's one of the most important thing right now. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to answer 5 more questions before we hopped off. Let's see. It's so interesting. Jason is the 3rd person that asked me, what does the typical day in life of Fred Lam look like from waking to sleeping? Like, this is interesting. I've got a lot of people actually asking me this question. Put a 1 in the question box if you guys want to know how my typical day of life actually looks like. Like, I'm just curious. Like, why do you guys want to? Okay, I'm just so surprised. All right, and I'll share with you. It's nothing special at all, and I'll be genuinely honest with you. So I have a weird sleeping routine. I'm not like those people that actually wake up and go to work at 9 and get off at 6. I'm not that type of person, and I'm still young, so I'm still pushing on what I really wanted to accomplish. So I work like crazy, and people know that I'm a workaholic because I love working. It's just my business. It's my hobby. So what do I do on a typical day? Well, almost every single day, I woke up at around 10:30, get up, eat, take a shower, and then go to Starbucks, the same Starbucks I go every morning, grab my coffee, then get back to the office. And once I'm at the office, I usually look at my calendar. I'll see what kind of meetings do I have today? What kind of webinars do I have for today? Then afterward, once I know how my day looks like, I simply answer all my emails, answer all my Skype, and answer all my text messages first. Once I've done that, I'll spend around like an hour just to get that done. Then I basically meet with my team. So I have basically 2 teams. One is my e-commerce team, and one is basically my iPro team that does all my digital publishing stuff. So I meet with the team separately. And it takes like 30 minutes to an hour. So I know exactly what is happening with the company, what they got to do, what's my idea, what do I tell them to do. Then after that it's all done, then I really start to work. So I do a couple things. I work on the things that I am accountable for. I basically do research myself to look at what is the next product or the next market that I'm going to go after. Then afterward, I look at my ads. After looking at my ads, I look at my financials, and then I go for lunch. I go for dinner. Once I came back from dinner, I get back to the office, remaining 2 to 3 hours. I talk to my team outside of my office. So people in like Russia, and there's one of our teams actually in Russia, our dev team. And I talk to my dev team, and then we basically brainstorm, keep up to date on what is happening, and then work with UI designers to work on software. So at night is where I really spend a lot of time working on software and stuff. So that's really my typical day. And throughout the parts, I'm on Facebook. I check out what is the latest ad that other people are doing, just to use it as a case study, and I'll also be in our community. So that's my typical day. It's a boring day. It's not like crazy fun. Fred just wakes up and go party every single day. No, that's not me. I love my work. So that's the typical day of what I do. And it's interesting. So many people actually ask me that. So last question that I have is Starlene, and I know that there's a lot of questions coming in. I just can't answer it all. Why do you not use Oberlo? Well, I got my own Zero Up software. Why do I need to use Oberlo? So yeah. Sandeep said, can I use Zero Up Lab from India? Yes, you can. Anyone in the world can actually use Zero Up Lab. All right. So with that, that's all I really have for today. We have reached the top of the hour. How many of you guys enjoyed this section today and are going to absolutely be here? Just put a 1 in the question box if you guys are going to be here every single week. All right. Amazing. I got some hell yeah by William. Thank you. Thank you. I got a lot of amazing compliment coming through right now. Out of my curiosity, though, do you guys want me to send you email reminders to remind you guys to be here? Or are you guys already receiving emails from GoToWebinar to actually get you guys to come? So put a 8 in the question box if you guys want me to send emails directly to you instead of just GoToWebinar, like me sending emails to you guys to remind you about joining our sections. All right, so you guys want me to send email? Okay, so just don't unsubscribe. I will keep sending you guys emails to tell you guys to come into these sections and to remind you guys. I know that GoToWebinar actually sends it out too, but I just want to make sure that I actually send out for my name that you guys can receive it too, that we are having these sections every single week, because I genuinely believe when you guys have time to actually be here with me and actually have Q&A sections, that's where you learn the most things. Okay. Butch asks, how many webinars do you do each week? At least 4 right now. That's how many webinars I do. And none of these webinars I sell anything, which is pretty crazy. Some people actually goes like, you're crazy. You're doing 4 webinars a week and you're not selling anything. And I was like, yeah, I'm not selling anything in my webinars. And when I do really sell it in a webinar, I get transparent about it, that there is going to be something for sale so that you guys don't get upset, right? That's how I need to make money. So anyways, with that, that's all I have for today. Have a wonderful week. If you have any questions, please let me know inside our community. And if you want to watch a replay of this, it will be up in our YouTube channel as soon as possible. So that's it for this week, guys. I hope to see you in episode number 4, and I'll see you next week. Same day, same time, same location, same link. So that's it. All right. So without waiting further ado, I'm going to sign out. But before I sign out, let me ask you this question. You need not question. I need to give you a thought. If you want to turn yourself from the E to the S and become a self-employed in small businesses, which has higher chance of survival in an economy collapse, then please give up your TV time and be prepared to give up your weekend to start working on your business. All right. So that's it for today, guys. I will see you guys next week, and I hope you guys enjoy the sections. Till next time. Bye now.